The Emperor has been expecting you.
Greetings, fellow Star Warriors, this is Manu Nushankar. Have you ever heard the tragedy of Ajunta Pall the Dark, the most ancient Sith Lord in the galactic history and the first human ruler of Korriban? Let me remind you that he was a creature who was the founder of the Sith Order we all know and love today. We don't know Ajunta's birthplace, but we do know that he grew up surrounded by Jedi, so there was no surprise that he became one of them. During that ancient period of time, more than 7,000 years before the events of the first episode of Star Wars, the Galactic Republic wasn't as big as it was in the prequels trilogy. Back then, the Galactic Senate couldn't afford to have a ginormous Starfleet and a powerful army, so the Jedi were the backbone of Republic's military. During that ancient period of time, there was an internal turmoil between the ranks of the Jedi that was probably caused by the fact of some Jedi warriors willing to learn and teach the darkest secrets of the Force, while the others thought that such teachings must be prohibited. But the dark side of the Force is not as simple as many had thought, and soon many Jedi started to feel suspicious about those of their brothers and sisters who started to follow the path of darkness. The tensions grew, and soon the followers of the dark path rebelled against the Republic and the warriors of the light. And yes, these events even reminded me about the age of the Clone Wars, but while in the prequel era there were only a few traitors, including famous Count Dooku, during the ancient times, thousands and thousands Jedi stood to fight their opponents. Legions of both Force users and common soldiers fought under the command of the Dark Jedi, but their mighty armies were opposed by the united might of all the other Jedi Masters, supported by the fleet of the Old Republic. When the threat of the dark side was eliminated and their squads were disbanded, the leaders of the dark side warriors came in front of the military court. Every Republic official was more than willing to execute the traitors, but then the Jedi Council, caring about the lives of their brethren, asked the court to exile the Darksiders, hoping that one day they will realize their errors and return home. But that never happened. Being deported into the unknown regions, a group of Jedi led by Ajunta Pall settled on a desert planet called Korriban. This planet was populated by the race of the Sith. The Sith race was a primitive one, but they knew how to use the power of the Force. With the help of the Force, they could even defeat the famous Rakatan invaders, who were more than willing to conquer Korriban 20,000 years before. But even the Sith couldn't withstand the cunningness of Ajunta Pall. Using both intrigues and the brute force, he overthrew Hakakram Gauch, a local ruler, and became a planetary leader himself. The Jedi taught the Sith the basics of using modern weapons and starships that allowed them to conquer a few dozen planets around Korriban, including the planet of Zayast, a presumed Sith home planet. When Ajunta Pall died, he was buried on Korriban in one of the greatest tombs ever built, and though Ajunta obviously sought to redeem himself and to return to the light, his followers never even thought about it. His Jedi brothers and sisters, now wearing the titles of the Lords of the Sith, finally turned into savage monsters who didn't care about others' lives at all, being ready to perform experiments over the living creatures. After more than 2,000 years after the death of Ajunta Pall, the Sith Empire created by him was practically destroyed, although its remains, led by Vitiate, escaped into the unknown regions, willing to bring vengeance upon their rivals in the New Republic. Let me also note that it was Revan who could help Ajunta Pall's spirit to be finally set free of his stone tomb. I hope you liked this video. If it is so, then please leave a thumb up and a comment below. Remember, any kind of comment is important. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos about the Star Wars universe, and as the ancients said, let the Force go with you, always.